Welcome back. Pagdating sa malupit na hairstyles, isa sa go-to guys ng mga NBA superstars ay isang Filipino-American. Andito ngayon sa Manila ang legendary barber na si Jayr Mallari para sa demo class na ginaganap nitong Martes sa Pasig. At kasama natin si Jayr ngayong gabi sa The Score. Jayr, welcome to The Score. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to the Philippines.
Oh man, I'm so excited to be here.
Welcome back home. We've watched some of your videos and photos on Instagram, so obviously you're having a great time. I can see that. But before we get into how your trip's been so far for you, a lot of people are curious how you got into this whole world of, as you say, barbering or cutting hair to begin with. It's not the most common thing that people do.
Yeah.
But how did you start cutting people's hair?
Well, I first fell in love with art, and I'm trying to find ways to express myself. So my oldest brother Dennis, my older brother Dennis, he was actually bought a pair of clippers at a local department store.
Okay.
And he started cutting his friend's hair. And then after a while, he noticed that I can like draw and things like that. So he asked me to cut his hair. Oh man, that haircut took 2 hours,
2 hours
with no instructions, nothing.
Man.
We're just kind of trying to figure
it out.
Go for it? Go
Whatever
for it.
You wanted to do?
Because he used to go to salon, but he figured maybe I can pass this on and see what happens.
Okay.
So, and then that was on a Sunday.
And this is when way back you were in high school?
Middle school.
Middle school,
So I was only like 13 or something like that.
Okay, all right.
And then the next day on a Monday, I was telling all my friends, I can cut hair, guys. I can cut hair. So they were like, how much do you charge? Oh, I'll do it for free now.
Okay.
And then obviously it was all practice.
Okay.
But I actually had one friend by the name of Nathan Bautista who would let me cut his hair, I think every week.
Wow.
And from then on, I would gain the next friend, and then the next friend, of course. And my whole group of friends, which is about 12 of us, then they would all come to me and get their hair cut in the garage. And I started on a stool. So a stool and a small mirror.
That's it.
But it still felt like a barbershop, and I didn't know it then, but everyone would come in and hang out and talk about
and the vibe became like a barbershop.
Yeah.
And this is in your mom's garage.
My mom's garage.
And this is that we saw it in that Hype Beast video that got viral.
Oh my God.
It went bonkers, not just in the US, but even here in the Philippines. Like, hey, a Pinoy cut Steph Curry's hair. Of course, that's a big thing. That's a big draw. But the story itself is so fascinating how it started in your garage. So from then on, how did you progress? That this is something that obviously it was a hobby then, but when did it become a dream that, hey, I think I can make this a career?
Well, I mean, I had to still explore college and stuff. So I ended up going to a local community college, but then I was actually introduced to cosmetology school. One of my friends by the name of Alex Lago, he owns a salon in nearby Vallejo. He said, hey, you know what, you should get into school and you should actually earn a license.
There's a license for it
in
the US.
But this was cosmetology. So I ended up going to cosmetology school. It took about a year to complete, and then you get a certificate. Then after that, you take a state exam to get your license. Unfortunately, I didn't complete the licensing for cosmetology. But because I actually found out there was a barbering school. So from then on, it took me a while to go, hey, I'm going to go back to actual hair school. So, but conveniently enough, I actually, because of those hours that I had in cosmetology school, it transferred to the barbering school. So then I only had to take 300 hours.
So it was a faster process.
Yes.
Awesome.
And then I took the test. And next thing you know, I had my license. I was still going to college, taking it part-time. But then, this is a funny story. So I ended up in a statistics class one day. And that was the last class I was supposed to take to actually transfer from a junior college to a state. But I was in there and I'm sitting during the introduction class, and then 10 minutes in, I'm like, you know what? I just got up and I said, I'm gonna go apply to a barbershop now. And
wow! You just felt that urge in you that this is not for me. I gotta go cut hair.
But I gave it a try. But it was just beating in my heart. I think I really want to service people. I really want to take this hard, like full throttle. I want to say, just to be able to express myself and take barbering to the next level.
What is it about barbering that it's oozing out of you, Jayr? The passion for barbering just oozes out of you. What is it about it that you love it so much?
Well, the number one thing I believe it is building relationships, but I love the reaction that people can get after getting a really good haircut. And whether you're a young kid or an older man, and sometimes even females that like to get shorter haircuts. But the reaction is priceless. I love when they when they first look at the mirror, or even when they're getting their haircut, looking at the mirror around, they're like, oh my gosh, this is the best experience, a good haircut. And from then on, that builds my like joy, if I can say, is to actually give people that confident feeling.
I mean, as you said, you like serving people. You know, there's certain type of people who really enjoy being in the service industry.
Yeah.
You gotta enjoy making people feel great about themselves.
Absolutely.
Okay, now, what was your biggest break? And before you got, you know, to be able to cut some NBA players' hair, what was the next step that got you a big break, that got you closer to them eventually? I remember you got to a barber shop in LA. You were talking about
okay. So I started in a barbershop in Vallejo, but I wanted to take, like I said, my barbering skills to the next level. Actually test myself, see what it actually takes. But I did some research, and I found out that Legends the Barbershop in LA, the owner, his name was really big. So if anyone's ever watched the Barbershop movie, Goose is his name. It was based off of him and his shop. So because of that, that inspired me to go, you know what, let me try to work there. But aside that, I wanted to expand my repertoire or talents by actually learning the ethnic hair. And because of the name they had, I wanted to not only cut our Asian hair that I know that was in my town, but actually be an expert at cutting ethnic hair. Ethnic hair is the curlier hair that the African Americans have, right? Absolutely. And I mean, because of that, I knew that most basketball players are, you know, as a that.
Right.
And I had to learn that in order to get to the next level. So I've learned so much in that barbershop. There's so many different guys in there that I can learn from. And because of that, I know that opened the next door for me as well.
And that biggest door, I guess, was cutting your first NBA player's hair. Who was that, and what was that story like?
Oh man, okay, so that was, his name is DeAndre Jordan.
Okay, we know him now.
Yes, but congratulations on him. He just made the
All-Star team.
So that's so awesome. I'm so proud of him. But it was because of building relationships back at home. So his assistant at the time, by the name of Ashley Reed, I used to cut her younger brother's hair back in my garage. So because of the name, I moved to LA, and she was his assistant at the time. I think he was a rookie. And then the opportunity came where he said, "No, you want to cut his hair?" I told him all about you, and the next thing you know, I think it was just like a 7:00 p.m. and then I ended up going to his apartment at the time, and you know, I was like, okay, this is it. It's either make or break me. But I just knew that I've acquired enough skill and confidence to be able to service something like him. And after then, it was a domino effect.
And he's got some unique hair styles, and so now we know it's courtesy of you somehow. Did he collaborate with you? Like you say, I want it this way, or he gave you all the freedom to say, give me what you think it's gonna look good for me?
It was a combination of both. I mean, obviously the first couple times it was like I want it this way. But because I wanted to actually express my art and say what looks best, we ended up growing his hair and actually trying different hairstyles out every time. But we also like to see the reaction, actually with even the fans and actually people who follow me as well. So it was the burst fade, which is a fade around his ears, and then next thing you know, it created a mohawk. And then we used the sponge that I've actually, you know, I use a lot on a lot of players' hairs, which is now actually a good style for a lot of players.
Okay, of course, the thing that grabs a lot of people's attention is Steph Curry. I mean, that's why you've been tagged the MVP barber. What's it like working with Steph, and how you got his trust as well?
Well, to be quite honest, I just know that God put us in a place together. And because of a commercial, a State Farm commercial, through Chris Paul, I met him. It was because of being able to talk about our faith, knowing that he expresses his faith openly in the public. I was just able to talk to him and just express that, man, I'm a man of faith too, and I'm glad that brought us together. So I believe those are divine appointments. So even then, and just being able to talk to him and know that he's a family man, which is I am too, and just even pick his brain about how he lives a daily life. And from then on, it was just, I don't know, it just clicked.
Awesome. And we continue to see that on this Hypebeast video, how you worked with him, and as we can see, he enjoys it. He's in such comfort in your hands now. fast forward to today, you're in the Philippines.
Yeah.
So what's up? What brings you back home to your roots?
Well, the number one thing we're actually, me and my wife are actually planning to do is just serve in any way that we can find possible. But the first thing I actually did was I ended up doing an outreach program with a Serenelli Foundation, which is for young males that are just across the street. But I just wanted to give them haircuts, see their reaction, and see what I can do. And then actually, God's just opening more doors, and now I really have the passion to educate. My wife's a teacher, so she can help me do a lot of things, and we just learn how to combine our talents and gifts. And I'm really hoping to educate the barbers here, just share what I have. So that they can grow and do what they want to do. I know that I have so many dreams in the States, but here I know that I want to be a service to my people. That God's been pulling and tugging on my heart to say, hey, like, you know, they need help, and let's see what they got. I'm Filipino, and most of the Filipinos, most of the barbers in the Bay Area are Filipino.
And they're good.
I'm kind of curious to see what talent is out here and expose them, because I believe that we are one of the best barbers in the world.
Awesome. Who would have thought? I mean, we're always really good in other things, in singing and in other artistic forms, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Who knew? So you did one workshop yesterday already as well. We dropped by at the Elephant Nook in Pasig. There's another one coming up for those who want to catch you, barbers out there, or even just fans of yours who've become fans of yours. Where can they catch you soon?
Well, I'm actually hoping to, it's going to be at Titan. Titan's Barbershop in the BGC area. I'm going to hold just a demo there, but I'm also going to do a guest barbering this Saturday. But even if you just want to come by and say hi, hopefully I would love to meet anyone who just I can share with.
Drop by. Friendly dude here. Awesome guy, oozing in passion. And thank you for coming back home, sharing your gift, and sharing your love for barbering. And hopefully you'll find the next MVP barber.
Thank you
All the best,
so
man.
much.
Good luck, Jayr. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Hi guys, keep watching The Score for the latest sports updates, and don't forget to subscribe to the ABS-CBN Sports in Action YouTube channel.